We are back with chapter 8 of Alvin Ho, and in this chapter we will see what Alvin and his family do when school is closed for 2 weeks because of the chicken pox. Chapter 8, Johnny Astro. Who's Johnny Astro? I bet we'll find out. Having school shut down was really fabulous, even if it meant scratching like crazy. I wore my Firecracker Man outfit all day. I didn't have to carry my PDK. I didn't have to worry about being a gentleman. Best of all, I didn't have to sit next to a girl, except for Annabelle, who doesn't count on account of she's my sister, and there's just no avoiding that. Somehow, Kelvin and Annabelle also got the chicken pox, and together we watched all the cooking shows we wanted. Our mom made us Italian ices. Our Popo rubbed us with lotion. Our Gung Gung told us stories about when he was little and had the chicken pox in China. His family had chickens. He chased the chickens. The chickens chased him. Then he got the pox. He was so lucky. We chilled out completely. So there's Gung Gung and the boys. Even my dad stayed home a couple of days to chill so that my mom could go to work. And whenever he chills, he reaches for his favorite toy, Johnny Astro. It is a special occasion whenever my dad plays with his Johnny Astro. It means he is in a really good mood. And playing with the toy puts him in an out of this galaxy mood. Best of all, it means that I get my dad all to myself. Kelvin and Annabelle always sneak away whenever Johnny Astro comes out. We've watched Johnny Astro all our lives, and now neither of them enjoys watching it anymore. But I do. When I was your age, my dad began. He always begins with a story about being my age whenever he reaches for his Johnny Astro. There was nothing I loved more than Johnny Astro. Not my ant farm, not my walkie-talkie, not my power drill, not even my baseball card collection. I love stories about when my dad was a kid. Sometimes they're funny, like how it used to snow so much they had to dig tunnels through the snow for air. And sometimes they aren't funny, like when his Yaya died and everyone was so sad they forgot to feed Yaya's bird. So his bird died too. When I was your age, my dad continued, Johnny Astro made me very popular. Everyone wanted to play with me because I had a Johnny Astro. Everyone? Absolutely, said my dad. No one ever saw a toy like this. No one. I read the box. Johnny Astro, it said, really flies, no wires, no connections. Fly your spacecraft anywhere. If you can fly one of these, my dad said breathlessly, you can fly anything. He put batteries into the plastic control panel and flipped the switch. A fan whirled softly and moved the stick shift like a pilot. Suddenly, a balloon with an astronaut launched into the air. The balloon swirled and hovered silently above our heads as if by magic. I blinked rapidly. I breathed rapidly. Fireworks burst inside my eyes. You can take off, you can land it, fire the propulsion, knock it down, capture it, fly it again, said my dad. To the moon at full throttle. The balloon went up, 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 landed on a high shelf. Then it floated off the shelf as if it lifted by an invisible hand. Can I try it? I asked. I had watched my dad play 1,000,000 times, but I had never played with it, not even once. But I had the pox. And who could say no to a poor thing with pox? Only if you're careful, said my dad. It takes a special touch. Cross my heart, I said. I commandeered Johnny Astro up and over our heads and then smoothly onto a landing pad on the coffee table. My dad was very impressed. Amazing, he said, blinking rapidly. You're as astonishing as I was at your age. You're a Top Gun. He shook his head. He wiped his eyes. He put his hand on my back. Someday, my dad said in a low whisper, this will be yours. I gasped. I didn't know what to say. My dad had never said that before, and my dad always means what he says. I think it is one of his rules of being a gentleman, but I don't really know. I can't remember. I only wished that Calvin and Annabelle had been there to hear it too, in case my ears were playing tricks on me, which they do sometimes. Mine? I could hardly say it. My dad nodded. Sure, son, he said. That night I had a dream that I was Johnny Astro himself. I got into Johnny Astro's balloon and blasted straight into orbit. I went over the tops of everything, even on the moon. I sailed across the inky sky. It was thrilling. Everything was great. There it is. Until I looked down. Then nothing was great. I felt dizzy. Our driveway pinwheeled under my sneakers. Then I crash landed and woke up. I ran downstairs. I looked up, and there, in the moonlight, on the top shelf of the highest bookcase, was Johnny Astro, safe and sound. TGID. Thank God it was only a dream. All right, in the next chapter, Johnny Astro shows up again. So we'll see what happens.